Let's get in.
Yeah. I'm stuck. Yeah, yeah, good.
I like how
Ah,
I always like that they do the little flags
yeah, so nice.
and then
Simple.
fucking the British flag.
Of course. It's not. It's never U.S. Well, there's U.S. English, and then there's the English. You know,
Andy,
God,
Max,
Max. That guy's so old. I'd love it.
Sammy. Sammy
It's a
looks like she'd
classic.
step on you but wouldn't like it.
A little bit, maybe.
She'd probably pile drive you and be okay with that.
She's the next door older sister.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
she
great.
is.
But
That's why I
there's
like her.
also, yeah. This is no.
Welcome to Advance Wars. Please enter your name. Alright, so
Yes.
we're gonna do full
God.
on we're gonna do full playthrough.
Remember those
Just, right?
keyboards that have the phonetic? I'm down with that. Yeah, if I could just go for it.
Uh,
Don't you love the phonetic alphabet that you totally would use all the time, right?
oh yes, of course. That wonderful alphabet that we're using right now.
Yeah. Phonetics. Alg- I don't know actually. I don't know exactly know what each individual means.
There you go. DK guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is correct. Yes.
I don't remember. I don't think they refer you to your name. I think just a profile name.
DK guy. I'm Nell. I'm a CO in the Orange
Yeah,
Star
pretty sure it
Army.
doesn't matter.
It's
So
your
it
first
doesn't
time
matter.
playing?
Cool.
Okay, so technically this isn't my first time playing. It's just been a minute. But
Okay.
if we can circumvent the tutorial stuff.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Let's
skip a
do
bit.
that.
So
Oh, I see.
because the first tutorials that exist, this is how you move. This is what you capture. This is how you win.
Field training. Yeah, and the hardest part that I think I'll have is with trying to manage the vehicles because those are still kind of weird to me.
Okay.
This
Those
includes
aren't too
information
bad.
on the game rules too. If you really don't want to, I
Yeah.
can teach
Field
you
training
past the
teaches
field
you a bit
training
more
class.
tactics and mechanics,
Do you want
and
to
some
work your way
tips and
through field
tricks as
training?
well.
No.
You don't really
Very
need
well.
it though.
Let me explain a few things briefly. These are several different modes of gameplay. First mode is for multiplayer, GBA. Play Advanced Wars on multiple systems, link up with your friends, and try link mode. Then there's field training, where I give you strategy instructions. You must at least clear the final field training mission, Fog of War. Once you clear it, other modes will open up in gameplay. Move out,
Okay.
good luck. Okay, so I have to do
I
Fog
don't
of
know
War.
if you need to do that for campaign though. It looks like you do.
Yeah, to unlock all the other modes, I have to finish that one. But I don't need to do
Okay.
the other ones.
Okay, yeah, just do that one real quick.
Finally,
Just a
we've
lot.
arrived. So it's just a mock fight, isn't it?
Uh,
A mock fight,
kind
but
of.
with the visibility.
Fog of War.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fog of War.
Let's have a review.
Don't know how
So
much to
here
explain
is
to you.
the phenomenon is known as a fog
Uh,
of war. When it is
yeah, they're probably
present,
gonna go through it
units
too.
can only see a limited distance. Check each unit's vision range to ascertain the distance you can see. Infantry unit. I know how the fog of war works.
Yeah, for the most part.
Fire Emblem used to
don't
use
think-
a lot of that.
For this one, slightly different just because of the unit types as well.
Yeah, their
So
field of vision is
infantry's,
different.
like, everyone has their own little vision. The rockets, as kind of see the little truck thing next to the mountain up top beneath her text box, has a very poor range of vision, but its overall attack range is much higher.
Yeah.
Infantry units on top of mountains actually increase the distance they can see. So placing on top of mountains during Fog of War is actually a good idea at times.
Okay.
But priority right now should be capturing bases. Mechs always have the available movement of 2 spaces. Mechs can be slowed down. I mean, infantry units can be slowed down by other stuff like mountains or forest. So they can be blocked down to like 1 movement per turn. But mechs can always move 2 turns at once. Through mountains or whatever. So they're great for that purpose, for like scouting as well.
So if they're on the mountains, are they safe or are they sitting ducks?
They can
well,
be
safer.
attacked. They're safer because mountain terrain provides slightly increased defense than
Okay.
plains and roads. But the biggest event you see was this huge increase to your range of field of view.
Yeah, because I was like, there's got to be a drawback to this.
The
in
one thing
some
that's
way.
telling you right now, though, is that in order to look in forest tiles, you have to be right next to it to see what's inside of it.
Reefs are the same way; they remain dark until you're next to them. Let's go.
And
back
reefs
to
are the water version of forest, technically, that way.
Yeah. Okay. Actually,
That's an enemy MD tank. It's a bit too strong for your normal tanks.
Got it out. Perfect.
But,
The
yeah.
recon unit selected.
Yeah.
The recon unit. Let me explain
What
what this
recon
is.
unit?
It
It's
has
just a
vision ranges of 5 squares. Unlike infantry and mechs, it can see anywhere. One thing to be aware of is that it's not very powerful. It can handle infantry, but you should avoid engaging any other units. Oh, sick. So
its power is pretty much compared to an infantry unit itself.
Yeah.
So you still want to be fighting that against the infantry like type weaknesses or rockets. Rockets can take significant damage from recon as well. Not significant. A moderate amount, which is a lot given a recon unit.
Another thing on the subject of the Forest Reef, this time the enemy was using terrain to conceal its troops, right? Well, you can do the same thing. Using the terrain to hide its good strategy. Of course, you'll be spotted and enemy moves next to you. But, did you get that? I told you before, if you need, press the R button. Okay. I'm going to leave the rest to you. Okay, neat. So then I can move...
I see the range of the rockets. I don't think it can shoot from here, though, sadly. I'm pretty sure it's out of range. It's been a while, though.
You should probably have the tank take on the tank.
Yeah, right now you want that gone, because if it lives, it will take out your other small tanks in your recon unit. Could be enough. The rockets won't take much of a beating to take down. It's not meant for direct warfare, so it can't take much of a hit. So I would place that...
range?
It's very close. That's in movement range. However, don't move it yet. After it moves, it cannot attack. Ranged units can only attack or move per turn. They cannot do both. And because this is Fog of War, any movement you do and then cancel will use up fuel.
Oh, right. There's a fuel mechanic.
Yeah. See, that's fine. You can obliterate it and kill it. Technically, it would have been better to do rocket first and then MD tank, but it's a fucking tutorial. Who cares? But now that that's gone, you can then use your tank units to roll in and take out the rockets.
Okay.
The only thing I'm concerned with, I would wait. Actually, I know. It's mainly because your other tank is slightly behind that one, so it might not be able to reach the rockets.
Let's see.
Because now your recon unit and your tank are blocking its pathway to hit it.
I moved it too far forward. That's my bait.
Yeah, that's fine. It's the rocket unit. It's got 3 health. It's not going to do much damage to you. Next here is the APC unit above, like next to the mech unit. Right. You can load the infantry unit onto it.
Oh.
So I would say move the mech unit, why not, into the APC.
And then I can move this out.
And you can load it. And then you can move the APC anywhere, and you can drop it off anywhere.
Oh, neato.
So...
Do I want to go up or just keep moving?
You already have one infantry unit down beneath, and that's more than enough.
Okay.
I would say keep the mech unit, and you can place them up top. And then next turn, he can move onto the mountains.
Oh, into the mountains. So up here?
Yeah. You can't go directly there, but next turn, he'll be able to move onto the mountains, and you can get some coverage at least.
Okay.
Worst case is, your next turn, you can load them back onto the ABC. It doesn't matter. And then you can just move the other units into wherever you want. And also, the rockets can't shoot directly next to them, and then a little bit one more space thing afterward too. Artilleries, though, can't shoot right next to them either, but have the range of that. I think if you press B, whatever button that is, on your normal Game Boy Advance, it shows you the range of an enemy as well.
Okay, so it's the B button that does that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really weak in damage, so it won't do too much damage to you. You have tiny tank, a mech, an infantry unit at least.
Okay, so
yeah.
How far out can you go? So I'll move you over here.
And you should be able to get pretty decent vision of everything now. There you go. There's the 2 tanks and 1 infantry unit. Capture that. Might as well.
Can you move? Okay, so we'll move you.
Well, I guess money doesn't matter in this round, so who cares?
Yeah. So with capturing these, I can't remember. Does that give you fuel as well, or just money?
No. Every turn you get 1,000 per city you have, and that's used to purchase units in the game. Also, any placement of any unit on top of a building gets repaired for 2 per turn.
Yeah.
But it will cost you money to repair. So it takes it out of your total pool you would gain normally. That rocket's gonna, not that rocket, the other rocket's gonna die soon. So you can probably use your rake unit to kill it, maybe actually.
The recon you said?
I think that might be able to kill the rockets. Check it out.
Probably.
If you do attack on it, yeah, it'll kill it.
Defense 2, attack 3.
No, it will kill it. 51% damage is how much health it kills. So it takes out 51 health of its 100 health total. It's not like a chance to hit, it's just how much damage it does, weirdly.
That's weird, because every time I look at that, I'm like, oh, there's a chance
just think of it as 10 health is actually 100% health, and 51% damage is 50 of its health. Uh, yeah. I don't think he has many units to stop you, so you could probably just walk your way in at this
Yeah.
point with your multi-tanks.
No, grumble, grumble.
Robber.
Okay.
No present for you this year.
If I move her here... Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Nothing in range.
APC and some Fog of War missions are more important because they also resupply.
Yeah.
And given the fuel mechanic, that can be important. But again, tutorial, who cares?
So I'll probably need some guiding hand for that. For the fuel stuff.
It's been a while.
But I think I'll have a pretty
It's,
good
for the
handle on
most part, the
everything else.
beginning levels are pretty simple and straightforward. We are skipping tutorials, so there may be a moment where you go like, how do I do this? Or, oh, why did I do that? Something like that later. But honestly, it's not going to be too crazy.
Ba-boom!
Artillery units are actually pretty strong
I can see that.
in this game. You can spam them pretty easily as
Where
well.
was he?
Probably get Subway sandwiches in it.
Oh, okay, so that just stops movement altogether.
Yeah. If you run into an enemy in Fog of War, it stops you.
Okay.
That's why also you can cancel your movement technically, and if you teleport back, it uses your fuel kind of thing as well.
Ah.
It's a kind of negative, but honestly, it's really powerful to use that ability to kind of try to move, cancel the movement to kind of scout around. You could probably place your recon unit's fine either. You'll win, I think, next turn.
Yeah, probably.
It such.
Don't really need much.
The other tank isn't damaged, so I can't really say much, but you can combine damaged units together, and they'll combine their health total into one.
Oh, really?
So if you have like 2 weaker 5 units, but you need to take on like a bigger tank or something, you can combine both your tank units into one to get a full health tank. But that is their turn. Oh, there's a rocket somewhere hidden. There you go.
There is a rocket somewhere hidden. Oh, it's probably in the trees.
It's probably in the trees, either top or bottom. Sadly, you don't know where exactly. So since that mech unit's not too important, you can use that tank to kind of scout around and look for it.
Which one? The one that I just sent out?
Your small tank, yeah. The infantry unit can't hurt you. It's not a threat.
I think it's yeah.
So it can be that one. There it is. That's artillery unit. The rocket unit meaning it's down in the bottom area.
Okay.
Again, it's a rocket unit, so it's not going to take a lot of health to kill. So just your recon unit can take on an infantry unit pretty easily. So your recon, the rocket's probably going to hit your MD tank. That's fine.
Oh,
And the other means of winning, I think you know, is capturing the enemy HQ.
Yeah, that's. But you can only do that with infantry, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But since the rocket and artillery are watching it, you're going to kill those anyways. And by that point, you probably have killed all the enemies.
Yeah.
So.
Let me use this as bait. It's tutorial. Who cares?
Yeah, no. I mean, you've already won at this point, I think. Next turn, your MD tank's probably going to hit with the rockets. Artillery unit can't hit your tank. And the infantry unit can't hurt you, pretty much at this point. Okay, he's going to hit your tank then. That's fine, too.
Baba boosh. Oh, we went over the. Oh, I forgot to finish capturing that. My bad.
Yeah, that's fine. So send your recon attack to artillery, I think, if you want instead.
So
And
is
then
that
send the
this one?
MD tank. Yeah.
So like that.
Yeah. Because then the rockets are down beneath somewhere in the rockets. Or it's actually in the topmost forest. In which case your mech should be able to see it right now if you move it.
It's not that one.
Nope, so it's in the bottom. So you can
Cool.
send your big tank there. It doesn't really matter which one you go into, as long as you go
Yeah.
into the forest. There you go. But since the rockets can't hit your empty tank, you'll be able to kill it safely. And you can move that artillery in the center if you really wanted to, or something like that, and do it.
Do it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter which one happens. You can attack with your tank too, even if it's
Fine.
damaged. Why not? Yeah, that sound effect with the capture notification, I think I have it for my phone. I do love it.
Okay. So there's a troop
But-
over there I can't see, but that's fine.
He's gonna come over the mountain in a moment there, yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll be dead in a moment there. Who's attacking it? Rocket. That's good.
Boom. Yes. Attack my unit. Oh, they're both attacking it. Oh, well,
Yeah.
it was
Look at
bait,
it.
so
Yeah. You don't need it anymore.
I don't. So is there any benefit? So, because I know this game is different than the Fire Emblem games. You don't get experience. Is there any benefit to
Keeping units alive and stuff like that, or
just routing the enemy as opposed to capturing the base?
no? It's whatever is the most strategically viable, or
Okay.
for fun. Sometimes you just want to just crush the enemy with a horde of tanks or something, you know. So you can kill whatever you want, honestly enough. You should be fine either way.
Is that enough to kill? No.
No, it's not gonna be.
Damn.
Still good damage though, but. Also, mechs are very powerful overall in this game as well because they're very cheap. And the infantry units.
Da, 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 da. How'd you guys not finish him off? What the fuck?
You can capture it if you want to, but again, you'll win next turn. You have recon units to attack. You can choose which one. You probably end up killing both either way. There you go.
I wish to make his life hell. He shall watch
there you
as
go.
his soldiers fall.
You'll
to
probably
ruin.
attack your infantry unit. Just to make this game go a little bit longer. Yeah.
Ooh.
So you can capture, but
That
you won't
did
be able
no
to capture it all
damage.
in one turn. No, it's nothing. But it did 1 damage, meaning you can't capture this turn. And that was enough to make you have to kill him. Yeah, basically that's what happens is which one's more strategically viable. You could capture next turn, or you can kill this.
Or I can end it this turn.
Yeah. And then other stuff might occur, like you can get an infantry unit to backdoor him while some other unit kind of blocks the way to the base, and you can win that way, or you just have an overwhelming firepower. Oh, you have to capture? There could be someone hidden somewhere. Capture the base. There could be one more forced unit somewhere in the bottom, maybe?
Maybe.
It'd have to be like it could be a lone infantry unit or something like that. Or maybe it's forcing you to capture? Either way.
Hold on.
Looking for like objective or something like that.
Yeah, usually you'll see it on like the pause menu or something.
I think it could be, but I don't know where it would be. And maybe it's not in this one or in this this map
Maybe.
because it's technically a tutorial.
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever. Well, win. Oh yeah, Eleanor will cycle through all your units. It can be faster, but it's usually not.
It's faster to get back over to the one and then just go up. I'll concede this day, but the real battle is yet to come. Well done. I'll be driven all off. This will be the last thing I have to say. Thank you for listening to all my advice up till now.
All of them.
All of them.
Hmm?
You didn't skip a single one.
Nope. Thank you.
Lead your own.
Absolutely for being
Listen
honest.
to your new partner, Andy. Now, what is it?
Yeah.
The advisor, DK guy, will be giving you orders from now on. Say hello. Oh, hello. So you're Orange Star's first advisor. Nice to meet you. Be prepared.
But yeah,
man.
there's as far as that Fire Emblem goes, there's not much beyond the field and sort of different type of unit stuff.
Yeah.
There's no real, well, no inherent benefit to keeping a unit alive, per se. There's no real grind or experience level into something. Well, there's a grind, but not for the campaign.
As you complete battles, your battle rank will rise. Your special card that allows you to check your ranking. Does the ranking have
and
anything to do with anything?
I think the higher you go, the more stuff you can buy in the store or unlock.
Oh, okay.
But again, I don't think any of that matters for campaign.
Deploy with our borders. DK Guy and Andy will command forces against Olaf.
Olaf,
Save current data over existing data? Yes, please.
the snowman.
Snowman.
Yeah. Yeah, he really went downhill after the movie, the second one. After Frozen.
He
Kind of went on his own. Started a campaign to dominate the world.
He finally found out what summer was like and was not a fan. Here so soon, but wait, something's not here. No, wouldn't leave Orange Star's capital city unguarded, which means a new commanding officer. Haha, excellent. I've lost a few battles lately, but no more. Orange Star Army without Nell is no match for me. Time to teach this raw recruit what the war is all about. I'm Andy. Pleased to meet you. Okay, so how does this work? campaign-wise? Am I gonna cycle through all the different
You, I
different
think, go
ones?
through pretty much different characters and go through the different areas and fight different enemies.
Okay.
But this is your first official fighting area.
That's right, Andy. I'll be using it to contact you from here on out. As it's
Again, for the
first
most part, the
event.
beginning one's not too bad. You usually have some sort of dominance to your side that helps you kind of win.
And then the harder ones come later, of course.
Yeah.
You're not enthusiastic. We give you
And ultimately, too, the good news is that since you have bases and stuff, you can always retreat and heal up if you need to. Which will probably happen.
Meter fills up gradually. What fucking meter? I don't see shit.
Yeah, you'll notice it when it starts filling up. But it's there. Yeah, like I said, when it starts filling up, you go, oh, that's the meter. So you'll
Oh, okay, I see it now. At
Yeah,
the very
yeah.
top. Once it's full, I'll cover that when the time comes. Oh, I also have to tell you about the terms of victory. The terms of victory explain what you need to do.
That will be, that's your objective.
Do you need to use Intel and Matness? Select it, and you'll see new menu items. Terms, status, and CO. If you select terms, I'll explain. You must do it to win. 2 items. Shut the fuck up! Okay, Andy, you listen.
Hey, good luck. You win. God, you listen to me, bye. Right.
Okay.
So you have some pretty powerful over units. You can keep looking at the map and see what's going on.
Intel terms.
In
Capture
terms,
the enemy or route the enemy. Got it.
yep.
See what's
So you have a lot of infantry units, a lot of mechs, and some rockets.
nothing too crazy.
No. Overall, your biggest threat currently is that rocket. It's slowly moving to position.
This one?
The bottom, that's artillery.
Oh, right.
The rockets are those ones, yeah. That one moving into position slowly is the
Oh,
biggest
this
hassle.
One, it's anti.
That one, anti-air unit is solid against air units, but also good against infantry as well. However, a mech unit getting the first shot is pretty bad for you. And any tank unit can pretty much obliterate anti-tank air units pretty easily.
Yeah.
So your best bet, mech units are actually pretty sturdy. Not like sturdy, but they can take a blow. So I would recommend for the top bit, is use your mech and tank to take the hit of the first tank. Because you can't attack it without unless your tank may be able to hit it actually.
This one? Yeah, it can make it.
It might be able to do that.
She won't.
Getting
be
the
able to
first
do
shot might not be the
much.
best idea. Yeah.
I have an idea. I'm just trying to see what will work best. Because if I need to worry
Yeah.
about this, then that wide
The-
range is going to be a bit.
It'll
of a
take its
problem.
time because it can only move one through the words, so it'll take a bit of time to get to you.
Okay. So then
And
let
your
me-
mechs and infantry can cross rivers,
then
so that can
let
help you kind of get a
me
mech there.
Position
need to.
this for now. I will push these up here. One infantry, one mech. Use this to initiate first contact.
Yeah. The big part of it is just being wary of what can get to you where. So like,
Yeah.
this is a fine fight. Again, it's in the wooded area, so it's a little bit better defense. So I think next turn, if it suits first, it'll be about on equal health or so, both of you. And just checking like, can the rockets hit where and where can you place your units and stuff like that is a big part of this. But for now, I mean, right now it's not too complicated. Only one, yeah. Like I just check if the rockets can hit that zone your tank is gonna be at most, and that's it.
At right now it won't, but if it decides not to go forward, it will.
Yeah, but again, it can't attack the same turn. So if you can move into position in the proper
right.
turn,
It can't.
yeah. So right now the city's covered. That can hit, I think. Roads also, I think, are faster to move on. Or then you can get more space on a road and plains.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the range of that.
And the
is-
artillery also can't hit you yet either, and it has to move as well. I would say you could drop out there. Yeah, I don't think the tank can move, and it can even hurt you anyways. The tank has 1 health left,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna do much damage.
It'll try, but am I range for this? So then I can move this up as well.
I would be careful of that actually, because they don't want the tank hitting your artillery anti-air unit.
Oh,
Even
so-
at 6 health, they can do some decent damage to it. Like you
Okay.
can try if you do if you move the anti-air up to attack the tank but don't actually attack, it'll give you kind of a rough number of what your comparator would be, I guess, in that sense.
Can
So, like,
can I move it and
bas-
attack it in the same turn?
No. Basically,
Okay,
if you
that's
go
what I
up to act as if you're about to attack, but instead of selecting the confirm to attack button, it'll just tell you how much damage it would do. But you don't actually go for it and just back out. There's no cost to that.
Nothing's in range, so it won't let me do it.
No, you can move it. It's not a range
so I
unit.
So I can.
It's a melee unit.
Oh,
Yeah, so you go up and hit it, kind of thing. Yeah.
that's weird.
So 22 damage. It's a good amount, but not like a whole lot.
Not worth it.
Not too much worth it, no, because you'll probably take 4 damage in return, and you want it to kind of kill the infantry units that are there, because it'll eliminate them pretty quickly without any real damage in return fire.
I'll send this.
But
up
there's
there
also
'cause
the
there's
infantry
more
there.
infantry up that
Yeah, it's
way.
fair. And mech units can kind of obliterate recon units pretty easily as well, by the way. So.
Oh, can they? Okay.
And they have 2 on the bottom. But he's moving now, and you get to watch it slowly go. That's fine.
Yikes.
He was there to kind of tank the hit anyways. He was there to protect your anti-air unit.
Will I need it this round though?
What, your infantry unit?
The anti-air.
You might not. Actually, maybe. You can hit the artillery unit. And your mech unit should be able to actually kill the tank, I think.
Maybe.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll work.
Neato. Neato burrito.
Yeah. Well, I was saying your mech unit can actually do a good amount of damage to vehicles. But you can start capturing if you really want to.
I'd imagine it would. Okay.
You don't really gain much from it, but you could.
I think
You
I'll
just
do
gain enough
that.
spot to... Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
What, to
Because your
capture?
tank needs to heal. Yeah.
Okay.
So after this skirmish you have a city to go repair your tank at if you want to.
Should I?
I would advise, I say, moving your tank to attack the artillery first.
Attack the artillery first. Okay, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if I should worry about
Because
that
the
or not.
artillery cannot attack right next to it. Not that one, the above tank.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do that too, probably, but yeah. Because the artillery cannot attack right next to it, and since it has to move to attack and stuff,
It
it's
can't
safe.
attack the same turn it moves.
yeah, so your tank is safe right there, right next to it, and you do damage. But I think you can kill it, maybe? Your anti-air might be able to do it.
Let's see. What
I
do
don't
have
know.
Down here? If I move this up here.
It's the force, so it might, yeah. Take some turn, and you put it in rocket range, so I'd be careful.
70 and then 65.
So I would start thinking
What
about
if I
this move
do
in particular first.
this?
Can you hit the rocket units?
I'd have to move these out of the way first,
Yeah.
which is the
Yeah,
problem.
that's fair.
So that's what I'm trying to see right now.
I think it's still safe there, so you're fine.
That one will be fine. He
Yeah.
can hit that.
You can fire it now, and I think kill it with your tank at that point if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do that because moving him would
That's
waste
fair,
the
yeah.
turn anyway. So we can weaken that.
And if you really need to, you can kind of just beat up by using your tank to block the bridge
I
if
could
you need to,
use
and then use a main force to go up top to capture the HQ.
there. How far
It would
can
take
she
time, but it
move?
would work out.
There, and you can't move
It
close
would-
enough for that.
Yeah. Can you move your MD tank, the big one? Can that kill the rocket unit?
Oh, I guess I can. I keep
Oh,
forgetting
can,
to
yeah.
go over the buildings. Will it kill it? I don't know, but it'll make it.
It would
move.
do a hefty damage. I think you'll be safe if you do it. 94. It's possible it kills. I think there's like a random roll chance sometimes. No, okay, that's fine.
But
One,
nothing
it's
else
got
can
like
get
1 health.
Close enough to it without.
No, but it's got 1 health to the point that it won't do much damage to you anyways. However, I will say now your next threat is the anti-air unit, because that can definitely hurt your mech unit a lot, and the artillery unit as well. So if you want to damage that tank, use the tank to damage the anti-air. That would be a good one.
I don't think. It can
if
make
you
it-
wanna-
Oh yeah, I can. Okay.
You can.
So then I can remove that this way.
Yes, if you want to do it that way, yeah. Because again, the rockets shouldn't be able to hurt you much, and you can capture the HQ nearby and heal up afterward.
Yeah.
Just be wary. Well, no, you're fine. The mech units are still pretty far away right now, so you can do hefty damage to a tank. And since your mech is also on top of a base, it'll take less damage from this unit as well, and it'll probably kill it if it attacks you.
So that'll at least
be
make
safe.
it retreat.
Yeah. Oh no, it'll do some suicide runs. They don't care.
So I'll put that.
Yes, if you want to.
I'll put it back here. It doesn't need to go that far back. So he has
Yeah,
room to move.
it can run pretty easily and well. So long as it resupplies its own fuel often enough, you're fine.
Okay, and then
So now, deal with this.
I'll move him up.
You should be able to kill, I think. I think that kills.
Let's see.
If not, it'll be barely alive, and that's fine.
There it goes.
Yeah. And then now that the only thing left is the infantry unit, you can use your recon unit to kind of just move in and start dealing with it too. The woods might stop it a bit, but at the same time, it's not a threat. Because you also have your anti-air unit right there too.
Okay.
And they won't get very far, because the wood and the mountains kind of impede their progress.
Yeah. Let the winds of war bring snow.
Okay,
Blizzard.
so this is his ult, if you want to call it that, his co-power. He makes snow. So he has the also bonus that any units on this turn that he activates don't get affected by the snow.
Oh,
And snow decreases your movement by 1.
cool.
Not too big a deal, but annoying, definitely. I think they also get a slight buff, but I don't remember.
Okay.
But ultimately, not a big deal.
Oh, my ult's ready. How do?
Oh
no, it's
Magical
not.
power?
Never mind.
It's signing. You might
Oh, it's
have...
the
oh, no.
whole thing. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
it was
that's
just
how
the
it
top,
works.
but it's the whole thing.
It
where
curves
his name's
around.
at. Okay.
Yep, that's your power. But it won't come in for a little
So,
bit.
Should
You
I
might be able to use it.
bother? Should I bother to capture?
Wait on that first. See if you can't kill the anti-air unit first with your tanks.
Yeah.
Or at least do a lot of damage to it. That's more important.
Get to the recon with that.
The recon can only attack the infantry unit. And honestly, that's not a bad play either.
Bada boosh.
There you go.
So now that that's a lot weaker. 23%.
That's, I mean, it's there. I mean, look, the infantry is not a threat, honestly enough. So I'd say attack with the recon, because that's the only thing you can do is attack infantry units.
Yeah, that's the plan for up there.
Yeah. See
What's
here,
going on down here? I could.
this is a little tricky first, though. Mainly because that mech unit exists.
How much? Well, that won't
It-
kill though.
It won't kill, do good damage, and that's fine. But you don't want to use your tank to attack the mech unit, because it'll actually do some good damage in return. Fire. You can use your mech unit, I think, to kill the anti-air. That's 3 health. The mech unit is the bazooka boy.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. If I
Yeah.
move in, cause they can move a little extra, and
Yeah.
I'm limited as to what I do. But if I move into the fields, there it can be a little bit of protection.
The rocket, I would say, is for the most part out of commission currently. It might retreat to get healed up, but it's gonna take a while. The ultimate goal should be to eliminate the mech unit and the anti-air unit right now.
Yeah.
On this bottom health. If not, eliminate, severely damage it.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to see what would be the best course of action. If I
Your
don't
mech
wanna
unit
it
can do
with the
significant
tank,
damage.
She
Right.
won't make it over there though. That's the thing. The only ones I can attack it with are the tanks, and if
I
I don't
would
want to
say
do
in this
that-
case you should consider trade-offs and like what you would get in return. The MD tank won't take much damage from the mech in return fire. The tank will.
Oh, I thought you meant okay, because I was gonna attack with the MD tank and then attack with the tank, because this won't
To
kill,
kill.
but it'll
No,
do a
they
lot
will-
of damage. And then if the
kill,
regular
but
tank
you're more-
attacks, it'll kill it.
It will kill, but your big priority then should be the anti-tank unit for the small tank.
Yeah.
Because that when it gets damaged up, it won't do much either. And those mech units are too far away to matter for this turn.
Yeah. So that's okay.
Yeah.
So then let's capture this then.
That's fair. Because again, they can hurt you, but since you're also on top of now your own city, you'll heal up.
I can move that up.
Yep.
Do some decent.
I would consider the top and bottom as 2 different
Arbitration.
fronts completely.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So don't worry about it in terms of what does what to the other one.